What does HOI4 and a Roblox tycoon have in common? Well, they're both centered around expanding and developing an empire using mechanics like production lines and exponential growth, and that it is damn fun doing so. The only difference is that tycoon games are for, still developing children, while HOI4 is like algebra. I like HOI4 more, but I decided to take the simplicity and Lego-like feel from Roblox and combined it with a World War II simulator. Now, just like a Roblox tycoon, your economy is everything. The blue tycoon starts off with a pretty great civilian industry and receives trade from many of its neighbors. The military industry, though, fucking sucks. By comparison, Germany has 28 military factories. We're also going to be on civilian economy for a long while, which gives us so many debuffs for our industry. If we wanted to create an empire encompassing Germany, Italy, and the UK, three massive majors, we needed finesse. The communist path for our tycoon was going to be by far the strongest, getting rid of a lot of debuffs very fast. Either way, we went frugal on our production line and began building industry. Now, as the years passed, our colonies were the first to begin genuinely rebelling against my rule. They saw me granting local governance to their territories as a soft touch, so they started causing a big old ruckus. No, you fucking... Stop rebelling! Oh my god, it takes so long to repair as well. Oh hell no. You know what? Fuck you. Bad Africans. Bad Africans. The next people that started rebelling were my own citizens. Political strife was huge because of our descent into socialism. No, I don't want... Fucking no, dude. I want the PP, man. I need it. And none of this was helped by the fact that I was still civilian economy, and the few workers I did have were on strikes now. Oh, what the fuck? Yo. They make 4 guns a day. Thankfully, the clock was still churning, and very soon our tycoon would start to take off as we were turning socialist. Oh yes, okay. It's starting to look good. Okay. My spirit has been lifted. At the beginning it was not looking hot, but we were now communist, had our economy in partial war mobilization, and got rid of strikes. Now there wasn't much industry building we could do. If we kept on building civs and ignoring our military industry, we would die. Now it was all just millspam. We had to consolidate all our military focus into one thing, something powerful enough to take over Germany and not too expensive, which meant no air force and no mass mob France build. We were going for tanks, boys. We had to do a lot of research to get the optimal tank and template design, but miraculously I got it done in time. I never joined the Allies, so when Pink Tycoon was invaded, I didn't join in and scraped myself another year or so. While the UK was busy, I also snatched the Yellow Tycoon. This was where all the fighting was going to take place with Germany, and where I got a bunch of extra industry from. For the war, I had 3 banger tank divisions out. Despite the fact that they had no mech, no flame tank or light tank recon, they were still gonna do damn well. On top of this, we were also going Grand Battle Plan, which is a fantastic doctrine to optimize as many stats as possible. Is Japan winning? Oh wow, that's a tiny industry. Now I know this is great and all, but what silly me totally forgot is that we needed to go to war with Italy as well. So we had to divert an entire army from the German front to hold the Alps, Corsica, and North Africa. Here I was also diverting a tank division, so for the German front, we did not utilize our full potential. I had 2 tanks against the 50 factories on Air Germany. We needed a miracle, to simply put it. As expected, I got pushed back quite a bit, but I was doing a lot better than I had anticipated. Every bit of land cost the Germans hundreds of thousands of casualties, but it didn't stop them. We were at a crossroads. I could tell there was going to be a catastrophic break in the lines any second, so I invited the Eastern Red Tycoon into the war. Half the army the Germans had set up in the invasion of France were now miraculously gone. The onslaughts on my positions ended, and now my tanks could finally build up their planning to push. We got all the way to the Belgian river line where the offensive stopped. A convenient bulge into our land was our next target.
In life you have roadblocks.
Via the Maginot, we pushed in and cut off 35 divisions, an entire army's worth. The French Stalingrad, pretty much. Now that the river wasn't stopping us and more tank shipments were here, it was a walk in the park. Instead of killing the black tycoon with my bare hands though, I decided to use the place as a training ground for my general. I already had rangers, so next we went for urban assault specialists. I collected German city tiles like Pokemon cards and began practicing in them, endlessly attacking them until the Brits themselves capitulated the entire tycoon. At the end of it all, I had a general with adaptable, the most overpowered trait in this game. As for our tycoon, I'll let it speak for itself. As you can imagine, our economy was booming. We now had the largest military-industrial complex in all of Europe. So research was fed to greater avenues of warfare. Most importantly, air power, something we completely lacked in the German conflict. In no time, we had the most advanced air force in almost the entire world. We took out Orange Tycoon with no fuss, and now had a highway into reinforcing Africa and taking Gibraltar once we went to war with Red Tycoon. It wasn't just this one tycoon standing in my way though, it was their allies too. The American Blue Tycoon, Purple Tycoon, Green Tycoon, Greece, Denmark, Norway. It was important we were ready for this. With now almost 40 tank divisions under de Gaulle's control, we were ready. Yes, you did. Oh my god. We went through Italy like it was butter. 20 divisions on one tile? Yeah, nah. I encircled a bunch of divisions in the north and just plowed through the south, taking over all of Italy in one fell swoop, as well as Portugal and Gibraltar. Now I think it's time to tell the bad news. We lost Corsica and Sardinia, lost Central Africa, losing hundreds of thousands of men here, and are being invaded in Libya.
Young man, kill yourself!
I didn't even have time to take out East Germany, it was that bad. It began heavily overwhelming me, and they even began taking Italy back alongside Spain. I never garrisoned these places and immediately left Italy when I was done. I seriously couldn't bother to micro all of this again. Alongside that, my air force, something that I thought was invincible, was slowly being dismantled. I couldn't reinforce my existing air wings due to our rubber imports absolutely crashing through the floor. God. The mental fatigue from playing for hours on end was waning on me. I didn't really want to play anymore. I decided to just do my last Hail Mary in England instead. I spawned the god amphibious tanks and prepared them to invade. I was very worried for my navy as it was just vessel spam. I had no clue if I was gonna get the channel. Putting it up though, we got green navy, and I launched. When we landed, there was nothing in England.
Attention! Gardez vos rangs.
Fucking crazy ass shit. With this massive supply hub, I plowed through the rest of the UK like a farmer tending to his crops. All those divisions that they spent invading me now weren't able to defend their little castle. All of England surrendered to me shortly after, and our next stop was the US, which took years of island hopping, navy building, and preparation. It all culminated in Florida, where it was definitely harder than the English front, but I managed to take all the East Coast and visited Washington, where the US surrendered, and the Allied Tycoons was dismantled. This is the peak of the Blue Tycoon now. In total, we have 1,200 factories, and our military-industrial complex is producing an ungodly amount of equipment a day. After our victory in the Great War, I took it upon myself to rename Paris and many of my enemy's cities. It was a glorious day for the Blue Tycoon, beginning as an unstable, weak state and in the end becoming a hyperpower. As for the rest of the world, I'll leave them be. For now, it was a damn fun game.